So let's start with the demo. First, let's open maybe the vendor management portal. So here we can see with different fields we can search. So we just have one vendor, so we'll search for that, and this is directly connected to SAP. So as soon as we search, we can get the details. So it's 3000 is for Costco Pharmaceuticals. What we will do is we can actually create a purchase requisition, but let's start with purchase orders. So we'll create a purchase order, and to do that as well. So we'll enter that. We'll say create. We'll enter the vendor. We'll select the purchasing organization, the purchasing group, and also the location. Currency is United States. These are the details. Now we'll add items to this. We have one item of office supplies, so we'll just use that material type, and maybe we can put a description a bit different for all. So we can say first we want a laser printer, and the quantity is 1, and unit price maybe 250 USD. We can add one more, again same office supplies. We'll click on the blue arrow, we'll change the description 10, and maybe unit price is also 10. Go ahead, we'll add one more, again same office supplies code, and this is a printer toner, quantity is 1, and maybe price is $100. Yeah, this is what we get. Now once we save this, what will happen is that it will go for approval, and person will get an approval in Teams. So if you see over here, these are all the approvals that have come. But as soon in some time, we see once the PO is created, we will get the same approvals over here as well. So you can see, I have to select the environment here. It's the same one, right? So maybe I can open this. So it tells what all was there in the purchase order. We can also see what has come for approval. It will load the data, and we can then check what details were there. Is the system actually having the PO or not? So once we are done confirming, we can just say approve. Once it is approved, we go back to the purchase order and we refresh the screen. You will see that the approve button will go from here, and you will get the new one, that is goods receipt node. So let's move ahead and do the goods receipt as well. Let me click on this. Yeah, it will give me all these details. So let's edit some of the details. So we just have to select the warehouse. You can edit the quantity as well, but here let's keep it same. I will have to do it for all the items. Once this is done, I'll have to save. Okay. So if you see the goods received is created, I'll go to the purchase order screen and I'll just refresh. You see it's empty over here. Once I refresh, I'll get the goods received numbers as well populated. Now this is until goods received. Now what about the invoice? So let's create an invoice, a sample invoice, and let that invoice come to your mail as a PDF file, and we'll see how automatically the PDF details are read and the same are been reflected in this particular application. So we have a template. We'll just replace the PO number over there. Save this. Let's save this as a PDF. I'll just change the vendor PO number 53, Okay, this is the file. I'll close this, and what I'll do is I will email it to myself. I'll go to my mailbox. You can see this approvals even can't come on your mail. So I'll just send an email with that attachment, lab 3, and this is the one. I'll just send it. Okay. As soon as the email is received, there will be a flow that gets triggered in the backend, and what that will do is it will fetch the details from that particular PDF and process it into the system. So far what we saw is how a purchase order was created, and once it is created, how it went for approval, and once the approver checks and approves it, how we can create the goods received, and after goods received, the later is actually getting the invoice also being processed. So we just have to wait for some few seconds. I would say let me just refresh and see this. It should automatically display the invoice number over here. There are other tabs as well of vendor invoices, vendor payments. We can see that. Okay, you can see over here invoice number got populated. So what it did is, so this kind of document was there, PDF document which we sent. The same document it actually processed and it fed the invoice number over here. Yeah, this is